Afraid to fail? As the year draws to a close, this may be a good checkpoint for us to reflect on this past year. Did you have intentions or goals you had set for yourself for this year? And how did you go in accomplishing them? What expectations did you have for this year, and did they come to fruition? Were there opportunities that you passed up on because you fear that you might fail? Maybe you feel that, or you felt that you were not good enough, or just fear without even knowing why. Now, this is not a criticism, but rather can we start to cultivate a practice of honesty with ourselves. Hi, I'm Dora, holistic stress and resilience coach from Dora Chan Yoga. Welcome to my Tuesday weekly connect, where we talk about various topics on how to achieve whole person wellness in body, mind, and soul. Now, today I want to talk about fear, more specifically, fear of failing. How many of you resonate with this? I'm sure that each of us probably can recall a situation where we stopped ourselves from doing something or trying something new because of fear of failure. Fear of failure may stem from fear of being judged, fear of unworthiness, or the need for external validation. All of these point to a shaky sense of self. Now, in fact, yogic teachings, along with many other teachings of the Eastern traditions, tell us that the source of all our suffering stems from the separation of self. And so far, at least in my own personal experience, I have yet to find anything that contradicts that belief. Now, understanding this, you might think, well, if we know the problem, then the solution should be pretty straightforward. And in fact, it isn't all that complicated. The practice of yoga and other Eastern traditions have been telling us the answer for what? Over 5,000 years now? Even the practices themselves that could help us to alleviate and eventually liberate us from our suffering is simple, free to do, and open to all. And yet, here we are, stressed out, traumatized, suffering. Now, even though I said that the practices are simple and straightforward, this does not necessarily mean that they are easy to do. We have been conditioned for generations after generations that external validation is how we evaluate our self-worth. In doing so, we have learned to turn our attention outward instead of connecting with ourselves and understanding what we need in order to feel content and fulfilled. Even as our bodies send us messages alerting us that we're going in the wrong direction, we have been taught to ignore these messages, which come to us as sensations, feelings, and emotions. We learn to suppress them, ignore them, deny them, further disconnecting us from ourselves. This way of living is so ingrained into the structure of our society that it is only natural that we fall into this line of thinking. And unless we put effort into questioning and challenging this, we are blind to the possibility and to the means of liberation of suffering. So what can we do? Well, each and every one of us is on our own timeline, we are on our own journey, and we have our own purpose in life. We have had different upbringing, culture, life experiences, and so on. And there's not just one way of doing anything. But if this is interesting to you, perhaps you may try this little exercise with me. So, you can start by recalling a time when you didn't take on an opportunity. Maybe you felt fearful of change. Maybe you stopped yourself from pursuing an idea or a project. Take a moment to bring this memory to mind. And breathe. Without trying to fix, change, or analyze, can you just take a moment to be with any feelings or emotions that might be present. And notice that you might be getting into storytelling. Maybe you're trying to find justifications or excuses as to why you did or didn't act on something. And this is your mind trying to distract you from feeling what is present, especially if what is present makes you feel uncomfortable. So recognizing that, can you allow yourself to continue to breathe? Allowing your breath to signal to your body that it's okay. It's okay to be here just for a little while, even if it feels uncomfortable. And then see what you notice as you witness yourself being with this discomfort without the need to try to fix or change it. Now, you don't need to stay here for very long. Even just a minute or so may be enough, at least to begin with. If you can learn to be with discomfort more often, you will start to regain connection with your body. Our bodies are constantly sending us messages to us by way of emotions and sensations. But we have been so conditioned to push away or to suppress feelings and emotions that are uncomfortable that we never really allow ourselves to truly explore what our bodies are actually trying to communicate with us. Oftentimes we let our thinking minds take over to distract us from feeling. But how often have you rationalized a situation, thinking that you have found peace or resolution, only to come back to the situation over and over again, unable to let it go? This is because our feelings live in our bodies and they can't be rationalized away. If we truly want to resolve issues of emotions, we need to work with our bodies. And the first step is to learn to listen to it. Over time, we begin to strengthen the relationship with ourselves, start to build self-trust, and in doing so, we learn to focus our attention inward rather than outward. Then we hold less emphasis on the opinions of others, and we learn to source our strength from within. We start living for ourselves rather than for other people. You will slowly begin to understand feelings of unease in your body and what they actually mean. For instance, are you feeling unease because you are feeling insecure about something, worried that you might be judged? Or are you feeling unease because your gut is telling you that this is a bad idea to move forward? Understanding your feelings can give you deep insights to the choices and decisions that you make that can significantly change the trajectory of your life. Now, I hope that this was helpful to you. I would like to, offer you a free 30-minute consultation for anyone who would like to have some support, perhaps on identifying blocks in your life, understanding your feelings or emotions, overcome your fears, anything that perhaps you need a little bit more support on. Do reach out. You can DM me, you can book a free consultation with me, and I'll drop the booking link below. Let me know your thoughts, your feelings, your comments, or any questions. Drop them all below. And if you enjoyed this mini training, make sure to follow me at Dora Chen Yoga. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn. And I also have a private Facebook group called DCY Community, supporting strong women heal from stress holistically, where I stream these trainings live, but also share resources, tips, and tools and special offers in that group. So I'll drop the link in the comments below. Thank you for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you again very soon. Take care now.